Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, I wanted to talk about Sofi Technologies Incorporated once again. This is ticker symbol SOFI. We have been tracking this stock now on this channel for a couple of weeks, and all the videos seem to do pretty well. This is obviously a very popular stock that people love to talk about, that people love to know what's going on with, but it's also interesting, entertaining, fun, not fun right now, but usually fun to follow because it's a very volatile stock. You can always count on it for huge up days, huge down days, and just 18 days into 2022, we've already seen plenty of that. I think the biggest up day so far has been a 4.5 or 5% up day, and then today being one of the biggest, if not the biggest down day with a minus 8.64% downward movement on SoFi stock today. And the reason I want to make this video is because I see more people than ever today with SoFi just having dread, misery, panic, fear, all of this stuff going on. And obviously some of it is at least somewhat warranted. This thing's down 23% just 18 days into 2022. Anyone expecting SoFi to have a good start to the 2022 year is definitely disappointed and is definitely feeling some pain as their account goes lower and lower and lower. But in this video today, I just kind of wanted to reiterate some things that are going on with SoFi, talk about the news, talk about the stock. No investment advice at all. I'm not telling you guys that you should buy the dip, that it's time to throw your life savings into SoFi, that this thing's going to the moon, anything like that. Just talking about the stock, what's going on, and giving my thoughts and opinions from my investing perspective of what I think is going on with SoFi stock right now. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate that so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out the first link in the description below for the Patreon we have for this channel. Every single dollar of that Patreon goes into our YouTube portfolio that we track week by week on this channel, trying to grow a small portfolio into a much bigger portfolio over time and showing you guys how easy and simple that can be. With that being said, let's get right into this. So SoFi Technologies, rough day, and people are feeling it. People are panicking. People are, I got comments on some of my last videos. I saw comments on Reddit posts of like, man, this thing is disappointing. This thing is done. I've lost so much money. This sucks. What is going on with SoFi? And I know I talk about this a lot, but I just want to remind people of the old adage, to be fearful when others are greedy and to be greedy when others are fearful. We take a look at the 5-year graph for this thing, or not the 5-year, it hasn't been around that long, but I just wanted to get, a max view of this thing. It has been up and down so many times. We've seen it go from 10 to 25, back down to 14, to 23, to 14 again, to 23 again. And yes, this time we have broken below 14, and maybe that's scary or whatever, but you've seen that with all these dips and valleys, every time it runs up, people go crazy. Everybody starts buying it. Everybody says SoFi is the best thing in the world. Everyone has their price target at $50 for next year or $100 for next year or whatever crazy number they want to throw around. And then every time it comes back down, it's the end of the world. SoFi's trash. It's crap. It just loses a bunch of money. It's not going anywhere. It has no future. It sucks. Get out of it. And it's just backwards. People are absolutely in this mindset of FOMOing, buying into hype, wanting things that are running up crazy. And then when things dip, that's when they're selling. They're absolutely buying high and selling low. And it's really a tragedy because really there's no reason why SoFi should be down 8% today. Now, are there downsides? Are there risks? Is there potential for SoFi to be a bad investment long term? Yes, absolutely. But those risks were there yesterday. They were there last week. They were there in 2021, just 19 days ago when we were 23% higher. These things have been there. There hasn't been any terrible news yet for SoFi in 2022. The worst thing that's happened is that the bank charter keeps, not getting announced or whatever. But, nothing has fundamentally changed with the company, the stock, anything like that. So if you loved SoFi at $16, if you loved SoFi at $23 or $24 or whatever, and nothing's changed since then except the stock price, except the momentum, except, the short-term price action and the short-term sentiment by a bunch of people, maybe yourself included online, there really shouldn't be a reason to not love the stock at $12. It should be, a deal if that's what you believe. If you still believe that nothing has changed for the stock, you still believe in it long term, you still believe in all the growth, all the, potential revenue and profits in the future, if you believe in the business model, if you have done your research and believe in everything this company has going on, yes, it sucks to watch your numbers and your money or whatever go down in the short term. But again, that's all unrealized. You don't have any gains until you cash out or until you sell. You don't have any losses until you cash out, until you sell. And if you do have money coming in regularly, if you get paid every week or every 2 weeks or every month, and you're able to set some aside for investing, or this is what you want to do with your money, then hey, at least in my opinion, if I really like a stock and the price is going down and I believe in it long term and all the fundamentals are still there and nothing's changed, then I'm going to continue to buy the dip. Absolutely. Now, I currently do not own any shares in Sofi. It's a company that I've only recently had on my radar. Towards the end of December, I started making videos about it. We started covering it. I started researching a ton. I want to understand more about it still. I want to, see this business model mature a little bit. But man, every dollar this thing drops, it's getting more and more enticing for me to potentially be buying into this company. I'm looking more and more heavily into starting a position. Now, I want to do proper research. I want to do adequate research. I want to really understand their business model, what all they have going on, not only in the short term, but in the future, but also all their competitors as well. But man, this thing's starting to get pretty juicy. This thing is dropping and dropping and dropping. And again, I'm not trying to buy high and sell low. I'm trying to buy low and sell high. So this looks great to me. Again, we haven't really broken below $14 much in the past, but now we are there. I did want to just remind some people of, some things that are going on. This was some SoFi Bank DD charter and growth that was posted a couple days ago onto Millennial Bets and then cross-posted onto the SoFi stock. This guy says, whenever I read about SoFi, everyone is in such a tizzy about the bank charter, about when, even if it will come, it will come. At least this guy does believe. But you shouldn't be investing in this company just because of the bank charter. And when I say investing, I mean buying and holding for a year or more. Which is, I think, a big thing to probably a lot of people investing in SoFi now. How many people in SoFi stock have actually held this thing for at least a year? Probably not very many people. Has it even been public for an entire year yet? I don't know exactly what the day, December 4th, okay, December 2020. So, it is possible to have held this thing for a year. But again, a lot of people are panicking and freaking out when they haven't even been in this company for a year yet, when they haven't even, gotten to that point of long-term capital gains at this point. So again, investing is supposed to be a longer-term time horizon. We're talking 1 year minimum. We're talking 2, 5, 10 years out. So again, a lot of this short-term price action should not really matter if you actually believe in the company and in the stock and in the business model. This guy says the price you see at close today, $13.20, which again, that's not what we see today. We're at $12.06 now, even lower. Will be a low compared to a year or more in time. Whether it drops down to its SPAC price of $10 in the interim is irrelevant. We're getting closer and closer to that $10 SPAC price. This company is growing revenue massively quarter over quarter, 20% growth every 3 months. That's big. They will become profitable this year. That's speculative. We don't know about that, obviously. So all the hype over growth stocks and their valuation being minimized because there's no earnings won't apply to SoFi once interest rates begin increasing. And when interest rates begin to increase, SoFi will benefit because they are a loan-based company and will be a bank very soon. As research, I looked up when Lending Club announced their merger with Radius Bank, and it was February 2020. 10 months later, they received their bank charter at the end of December. If this same rationale plays out with SoFi, then 10 months after they announced their merger with Golden Pacific in March of 2021 would be right now, January 2022. So this guy, at least this one random Redditor, expects that bank charter to come sometime this month, if not very, very soon after. Even if it's not announced right away, it will eventually. SoFi already stated that the lawsuit with the former Golden Pacific director is irrelevant as it pertained to a previous lawsuit against the bank prior to the acquisition. And again, that's something I talked about in a video already. And then, of course, there's the student loans. Come the end of May, they will be back on the table. Maybe. They definitely could get pushed back again. No one really knows. You combine month over month massive revenue and earnings growth with the inevitable bank charter along with student loans, profitability, increased revenue due to higher rates, and the fact that SoFi is currently at 52-week lows, the only outcome will be an increase in shareholder wealth. This company is a hold for the long term, and if there is any time to get into this right now when we are at a 52-week low after being brought down with all fintech and all the catalysts ahead. Happy investing, and yes, I own this sucker. Okay, that is what this one guy said. And again, I just think, people need some positivity at this time in the market where, today things were really bad. Dow Jones down 1.5%, S&P down 1.84%, NASDAQ down 2.6%, Russell down 3%. That is crazy. Obviously, SoFi down 8%. So, a guy just talking about some positivity and stuff. Again, very, very speculative. A lot of, not confirmed information or anything like that. But I did want to take a look at the analysis on Yahoo Finance. I've talked about this stuff a little bit previously. So, obviously, in 2021, their average estimates were to lose $1.22 per share. And now those estimates in 2022, that was 2021, are to lose 32 cents per share from the 8 analysts that are covering the stock. That's obviously a big, massive improvement, getting closer and closer to profitability. Again, they're not expected to be profitable in 2022. So that guy on Reddit, he obviously has some different numbers in mind or whatever. That's not what the 8 analysts covering this stock are saying. Doesn't mean it's a word of law or anything like that. But again, they're expected to get closer and closer to profitability. Maybe 2023 is that year. Who knows? It's possible, but again, just even losing way less money will be a step in the right direction for a lot of people. Revenue, sales growth is expected by 5 analysts covering the stock in 2022 to be 43.3%. That is massive. That is huge. That is crazy, crazy, crazy growth. This is absolutely a high growth company, a high growth beast in a lot of ways. And that's definitely something to be excited about. That is something to that's one reason why a lot of people are investing, why a lot of people are getting excited. And again, I just wanted to reiterate some of the positives, some of the good things going on with the stock. We also see right now in December, we got 2 strong buy ratings, 3 buy ratings, and 2 hold ratings. Average recommendation is a 1.9, which is between a buy and a strong buy. Analyst price targets average is $22, and the stock right now sits at an average of $12.03, which again is way, way, way below those things. A little extra news I did want to talk about coming out of SoFi Hong Kong. They have launched a revamped SoFi social platform. Here they talk about it a little bit. They say available in app update 4.2.0. New SoFi social feature. We live in a social media generation, so it's time for the new SoFi social with upgraded features. You can view and follow your friends and other members in the SoFi community to learn and be inspired by their trading behavior. You can also discover the latest investment trends and understand your investment achievements through statistical charts. SoFi social is here, bringing you all the new upgraded social trading experience. Update to the latest version now and discover the fun of trading with your friends. Now, I think that's pretty cool. I think there is kind of a future in this, investing social media or whatever, if we do want investing to become more and more popular. And also, if you want, one user to be able to bring their friends onto your app or bring their friends in your ecosystem, this could be a really, really cool thing. I don't know. Again, it's just in SoFi Hong Kong. It's not in the United States or anything like that just yet. But, if this goes well, it could potentially be a really, really big thing. I think it's a nice feature to have no matter what. And I just love this top comment. The guy said, "Now the entire world can see how much of a bag holder I am." And I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. And again, just a little positivity, a little comedy, some laughs, some cheers to add to this very, very negative day, not only for SoFi stock, but for the markets as a whole. And I thought we could all use that right now. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you do enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SoFi stock, SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.